What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about the WoW's 20th anniversary, the patch 11.05, and there's a lot of content being added in this patch. It's actually insane, and I feel sorry for collectors who has to collect everything that's being introduced, but it does bring some gold making opportunity as well, which I want to highlight in today's video. Before we do that, though, big thank you for all the support on the 0 to 10 million gold guide. It's been absolutely insane, and it makes me so happy that you guys find the gold guide of value. This gold guide features all the best tactics and methods that I personally use in order to achieve hundreds of millions of gold. Not only that, but it also comes with a lifetime of free updates. So you only got to get it once, and then the next patch and even the next expansion and beyond, you guys receive every single update sent automatically to your email. So use the discount code STUDENT with the link down below in the description if you think that sounds interesting. Now, one of the first things that I want to talk a little bit about, because I got some feedback on that, and that's all of the what Blizzard refers to as like super rare transmog items that you can now purchase for time warped badges. I made a video on this already, seeing that they are throwing some very expensive super items on the list, like the Cavern Deep Trudgers, and also weapons from Old Man, like the Pendulum of Doom. However, though, it does seem like the version that is BOP that you can buy from Time Warp badges and the one that you can get right now, which are worth a ton of gold, has different item IDs. Now, why does that matter? First of all, the people buying these items, paying hundreds of thousands of gold, in some cases millions of gold for transmog items, they're not buying the transmog item because they have they have the intentions of transmogging their tune with these items. No, most people, they don't give a shit about that. They are just completionists. They used to add on like ATT, all the things, and they need to collect every single item ID in the game, basically every single transmog in the game. And that's like how they play WoW. And there's a lot of people doing that. So whenever you have two items that looks roughly the same, but they have a different item ID, you still need to collect both version of that item, because the add-on all the things tracks item IDs. Now, not sure if that's going to change as it gets released, but typically item IDs, they just get converted over. So it's going to be interesting to see how the add-on ATT deals with that, because if people are under the impression that all of these items can be picked up for pretty much free with the Time Warp badges, but in reality, you still need them for your collection, I can definitely see a lot of people getting some really good deals on the tradable versions that's already in the game right now, because people are just panic selling them off before you can buy them from the time walking vendor. So keep that in mind. Do your own research at your own risk, but I can definitely see that there is some good gold to be made with this. Next up on the list is, since we're talking about items you can purchase for Time Warp badges, that's new. One of the new items you can purchase is reputation items, and they are extremely good. Like, for only 50 Time Warp badges, and you get like 500 for just doing the quest on each tune, you can get 500 reputation with some of the old classic factions, which is really big. Like, a lot of people don't have the AB Tabard, which was very high in demand back in the days. So now is your time to go and grab that one. Maybe some people still lack the mount, the Winter Spring Frost Saber mount. You can also get that now. I mean, 500 reputation for 50 marks. You just do a time walking dungeon, get 500 on out, and that's going to be 5,000 reputation. Like, it's really, really good. Like, everyone should definitely max out these factions. Now, obviously, getting the tabard or the mount is not going to affect your gold in any means, right? But if you look at some of the other factions, like, for instance, Argent Dawn, which you can also buy reputation with, there is some recipes, some crafted items locked behind this faction. Same thing with the Timbermaw Hold as well. So definitely, if you're into crafted transmog, or if you're thinking about getting into crafted transmog, it's definitely worth to get this reputation now, like whenever the patch comes out, when you can get it this easily. 100% worth your time. So definitely look into that as well. On another note, there's a lot of new battle pets being implemented as well. They are quite costly, but usually the harder they are to obtain, the more gold they're going to be worth, because the collectors, they're not going to spend their time warped badges on buying stuff that can be bought on the auction house. They would rather spend it on like soul-bound items, and then they can just snatch whatever they're missing off the auction house. Very typical for every event that Blizzard brings in. So keep that in mind, that there could be some good gold with battle pits as well. Another thing that I really wanted to talk about was a very interesting change, and that's the fact that instead of time walking scaling down, it's going to scale up. Which means, like right now, if you're on level 80 tune and you do lower level time walking dungeon, your character gets scaled down to the appropriate level, while now it's going to work like time walking, where the mobs and the bosses get scaled up to your level. Now, what does it mean? It means that the people that are right now, myself included, making good gold on selling certain crafted items, gems, and enchants for people during time walking aren't going to be able to do so anymore, because right now, the only thing that really matters, besides from twinking it, is just running with your main that has the best possible gear, because everything scales up to your level. So I think that's very interesting. And as this Wowhead article claims, we're not sure if it's going to work the same way with mage towers, for instance, because that was very big and people made millions of gold selling items that people would buy to scale appropriately with mage tower that would just completely OP and way better than any current content gear you could equip. Because right now, you've probably seen some of the people, but people have these time walking sets, typically items with multiple sockets, etc., and they equip that, even though it's maybe like TBC or Wrath of the Lich King items, they equip them because they scale down and they are just completely broken. So, an overdue change, in my opinion. I'm not really mad at this change. I think it's weird they haven't done this sooner, but could definitely impact your gold making. So I'm very excited to see what else they're going to bring up with this event. I'm kind of, one of my dream scenarios for an event like this is, I loved like the secrets of Solgurub, Naxxramas, Skolemans, etc. We are getting new Terra 2 remake sets, but imagine if it worked like the Terra 3 crafts from Naxxramas, where you could, instead of just picking up the Terra 2 tokens or items, instead you could learn how to craft Terra 2, a recolored Terra 2. Can you imagine, like, just everything that it does to the market, the economy? So it makes sense to go on the old content and do old content farms for older materials, because you're most likely going to need those materials to craft the Terra 2. You have gold sinks with the auction house fee, which is, it would be absolutely insane if they implemented something like that. We're kind of limited on what Blizzard could bring back that's been removed over the years, though. But there's still some things like Sunken Temple, for instance. You have Ubi RS, which are still missing items. But the Blizzard has done a really good job at bringing back items that's previously been removed from the game. So I'm just hoping that they're doing something similar to that, bringing back some older items, or recoloring old sets, but then like make it into a gold sink in some way. Like Tier 3 is a great gold sink because you need to purchase items or materials off of vendor in order to craft it. So I just think it was a missed opportunity from Blizzard's side, not adding a gold sink to Terra 2 sets, the recolored Terra 2 sets that we're getting. But a lot of interesting things, and I'm hoping we're going to see more as we get closer to the release of this. That's pretty much it for today's video, though. So thank you all so much for watching. And if you want to see more videos like this one, just make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. That way you get notified whenever I upload another video. And also, of course, if you want to see all my videos that's coming already now, you can consider signing up to the VIP Discord, which is pretty much like a Patreon. But it's easier because everything happens on a Discord server. And on that Discord server, all my YouTube videos gets uploaded before they go public on YouTube, but you also get exclusive content in form of gold tips. There's investments, multiple spreadsheets, and much more on this Discord. So that's linked in the description together with the 0 to 10 million gold guide. With that being said, I appreciate you all watching, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye bye.